Hello, hello. It's Amy from the Ross Farm, and I'm here today for day 16 of our Advent Calendar Open Along series. And I'm really excited about today. I've been excited every day. And I looked up what we got yesterday, so I do have an explanation for that. Um, and it's actually probably some things I could possibly use. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But right now, let's talk about day 15 from the World of Wool calendar. Um, the fiber was figgy duff, and that's what it looks like up close and personal. You can see it's like raspberry, blackberry, with that rose fiber in it that is making it just absolutely glow. So I'm really, really excited about that. John is trying to get me to spin that and make that a hat for him. But if you remember from yesterday, I already called it. So dibs is definitely in inviolatable, right? Right. So I am getting the hat out of that one. And with it being merino and rose, I can't wait to see how that spins up. I've spun a lot of different things. I've spun rose, but generally when I spin things, I spin them individually and not as a blend. So I can't wait to see how the rose actually behaves with the merino, because spinning rose by itself is a very, very slippery experience, and it spins a lot like bamboo. It's there's no scales. It's a cellulose fiber, so it's very slick. So we'll see how it, I think it's going to be fine. So that was day 15 of our World of Wool calendar. And then for day 16, I'm sorry, for day 15 of our Jenny box, we got all of those weird little devices. And I have discovered that the thing on the left that looks like it belongs in the operation game is actually something that you pinch the legs together and stick a bobbin on it, and then stick it down inside of a spool to keep a bobbin with the spool. And the blue thing is actually a bobbin thread keeper that will snap around a bobbin to hold the thread in place. And the green thing, still don't quite know what that is, but the yellow thing is actually a silicone thimble. When I still have questions about why it has 5 holes in it, because that just seems to me to be a good place to puncture myself. Because I don't know about you guys, but I don't use the tip of my finger. I use more of the top of the pad of my finger, which is pretty much right where the 2 holes are. And the pink thing actually wraps around a spool of thread to keep the thread in place. I'm guessing the green thing does something like that too, with the smaller, like Metler thread spools instead of the big fat Coats and Clark, which would be more for the like pink thing. So not something I would have bought for myself, but I now have them and I think I'll use them. I've seen a lot of people online who were very, very excited about them. Um, so I guess there's something for everybody. But that was not my favorite day. So let's see what day 16 is, shall we? We're getting toward the back of the big book, and I'm getting a little sad about that. Oh, so day 16 is panettone. It's 50% European wool, 25% sea cell, and 25% UK alpaca. Panettone is one of the most recognizable symbols of an Italian Christmas. A tall, domed sweetbread dotted with dried fruits and citrus peel, wrapped in golden paper and ribbon, and often shared as a gift between families and friends. Perhaps its origins trace back to Milan in the 15th century, where legend tells of a kitchen mishap turned miracle. A young assistant baker supposedly saved a Christmas banquet by cobbling together leftover dough, sugar, eggs, and raisins, creating what would become panettone. Whether fact or folklore, the result was a rich, airy loaf that has since become a seasonal favorite, not just in Italy, but around the world. Traditionally made over several days with a slow rise sourdough, Panettone is a true labor of love, fluffy, fragrant, and full of festive spirit. It's enjoyed sliced with coffee, slathered in mascarpone, or lightly toasted for breakfast on Boxing Day, which is, of course, is the day after Christmas here in the US. That traditionally was the day that you gave gifts to your household staff. So I'm just saying, if you have household staff, the day after Christmas is the day they get their presents. I don't have household staff. Unless you count the dogs, they do clean up the floor quite a bit. So maybe I should get them something on the 26th. Yes, I see where we're going with this. To honor this luxurious loaf, we created a blend that reflects its soft crumb, golden crust, and jewel-like inclusions. European wool forms a base, while Sicel adds a smoothness reminiscent of butter-rich dough. Finally, UK alpaca brings softness and warmth. Delicate yet decadent, this blend is as comforting as the dessert it's named for. So, I don't know about you guys, but when I think about European wool, I think about all of the different sheep in the UK and the Scandinavian, Norwegian countries, and that my friend Lubika has in Slovakia. And I'm wondering just what kind of sheep are going into this, because it could literally be everything from like a Devon close wool or a Cheviot or a long wool or an Icelandic or any of the Northern European short-tailed sheep. It could be anything. So European wool, I have no idea what to expect. And it has sugar cookies. Oh, and there's a couple of slices of panettone on here. So this is 50% European wool, 25% Sicel, 25% UK alpaca. Ooh, 100% delicious. Look at that. I guess I was expecting a few pops of Keller for the candied peel and the dried fruits, but this is just beautiful, beautiful bread Kellers. This is probably somewhere around a light rye shade, if that gives you any idea. I think it's going to glow in the photographs for tomorrow, but it's not as soft as some of them have been. It seems like it will be a very hard wearing yarn once it's spun up. It's got a lot of squish to it, so I do like that. It looks like a teeny tiny little bun sitting there, doesn't it? That's delightful. Okay, so for the Jenny box, I have excellent news. The mailman brought the missing parts. So let's open those since we didn't get to do that before. So this is day number 1, and I've already shown you the photographs of it, but it is the Snow Globe Winter Journey pattern and the Snow Globe fabric panel that we can fussy cut. Do you know what fussy cut means? It's when you choose the motif that you want, like for these snow globes, and so you cut your pieced piece out of that particular area of the fabric, so that your snow globe on your quilt doesn't just have the top of a tree and a snowman's head, which would be much less attractive in my mind. So that was our day 1, and that goes with the other pieces that we had gotten that made no sense. So, yeah, I love that. That is great. And let's see what day, was it 4? Day 4, I believe. Let's see. Yes, day 4. I think that was another pattern. It's like the people in the pattern department who were supposed to be loading their patterns into the box were on a break that day. Let's see what this is. Oh, right. Oh, these are much larger than I thought they would be. So this is the Bow Wow Meow mug rugs, and these are the Mylar, I think. They're probably Mylar. but they are the pattern pieces. What are they called? They are called templates. That's it. I don't know where my mind is this morning. Missouri Star cat and dog templates. And what I like about these is they have the little faces on them. So even when they're sitting in my little ruler organizer, they're going to look like a kitty and a doggy. So I like that. So that's very cool. That actually goes with our Charm Square packs. And I think I will actually probably make mug rugs out of that for my bestie Beth, because she used to have two cats, Sam and Libby, because she worked for a shoe company and she thought that was funny. And she currently has two dogs, Paige and Pippa. So maybe I will make her a set of mug rugs for her coffee table or for her desk in her lady cave. So let's see what day 16 is in the Jenny box. I hope we're going to finish strong in this next week or so with the rest of the Jenny stuff. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here. Always check. Okay, it's empty. Let's see what we've got. Oh, we've got a pin magnet, and we have a slap bracelet, magnetic pin cushion, wrist pin cushion. These are very similar to something that we got either last year or the year before in the Jenny box. I know I have one of these in yellow from the Jenny box. I think it was a Chuck the Duck instead of the kitty that this one is. And I'm pretty sure I had a slap bracelet. I'm pretty sure I had a slap bracelet from a year or two ago as well. So those are not as exciting as some of the other things, but they are kind of handy. So I'll give them that. And that is our goodies from our boxes for today. And that brings us to our favorite part of the day together when we talk about our product of the day. So since we are doing a Jenny Countdown to Christmas box from Missouri Star Quilt Company, I thought what we should talk about today is our Ross Farm 100% Cheviot wool quilt batting. So if you are a quilter, we have wool quilt batting from our flock of Cheviots. And the thing that I love most about this, and I have several quilts that I have made with our wool quilt batting, and actually I've had several of them long-armed at the polka dot pin cushion here with my wool quilt batting, which she actually loved. The thing that I love most about these is the Cheviot has that disorganized lock structure, so the batting inside your quilt is not going to felt. It's not going to become clumpy because it is not a breed that felts well. So it's my favorite thing to use for quilt batting, the Cheviot wool. So this is our wool quilt bat. This is one of the queen size. So it is really, really, really big. The queen size is 90 by 90. And that is available on the rossfarm.com. So if you are a quilter and you would like to give it a shot, you can head on over to the rossfarm.com and look for quilt batting. And as always, follow us on Facebook at Ross Farm Fibers, Instagram at Ross Farm. You've already found us here on YouTube at Ross Farm Fibers. And like, share, and subscribe. And leave me a comment down below, because I'm finding over the last few weeks, I'm heading over to my YouTube channel several times a day to see if anybody has made a comment and told me what they think of the fiber or the product of the day or the Jenny box. So I'm waiting to hear from you too. So until tomorrow, we'll see you soon.